Amazon. So I hope I hope that I see Carissa at some Amazon meetup. I'm like the Carissa Thompson of Canada, except shorter, fatter, darker, and a man.
Other than that, thank you for leaving your Adnan rolling credits until the end, because if you had started the pod like you did last time with 7-8 minutes straight of shout outs, we would have cut it out probably. You're the best, buddy. Good seeing you.
Man. Great seeing you too. You're the man.
You want details? Fine. I drive a Ferrari 355 Cabriolet. What's up? I have a ridiculous house in the South Fork. I have every toy you can possibly imagine. And best of all, kids, I am liquid. So, now you know what's possible. What's required.
The email address, as always, lifeadvicerr@gmail.com. We've got Cerruti, Kyle, Oregon on call. What's good, everybody? Nice Johnny's win. You wonder emotionally, Kyle, you wonder post another UConn victory if there'd be a little bit of a letdown against Butler, but
figured they'd have to drop one, but just a couple of Big East champs hanging out in a Zoom call. Feels pretty good.
Feels real good. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. We had a follow-up or two that I liked. We had a lot of lab people checking in.
Dude.
What? Cerruti?
It's a brutal scene on my elbow today. Just
how is it? Can we see it?
Doesn't hurt anymore, but it just looks terrible. It looks awful. Like it's like a good, 1.5 inch diameter, nasty purple, black and blue situation.
Okay. Well, we have a doctor checking in. We had a few doctors checking in. I like this one. Oregon, be ready to go just in case. We need some sound effect, but I don't have any buttons to push. Sports medicine physician here, so I feel uniquely qualified to provide feedback, solicited and unsolicited, regarding the life advice for the pod from February 25th. Cerruti, yes, some lab techs just suck at their job. The only way they get fired or reassigned is if enough people complain about terrible lab draws like what you had. It's what we call blowing a vein. In short, she went through your vein, not into it. If they emailed you asking to fill out patient surveys, I would definitely bring that experience up. You're not going to do that, though. I don't think that's deal.
There's a difference between like bad food and blowing a vein. It just sounds way worse than bad service at a restaurant. So I don't know. I think there's a line somewhere. I don't know where it is.
The other issue is,
croutons are stale.
Did I tell you guys this? I get a call, the next day or whatever, and my doctor's just like, yeah, all looks good, cholesterol is good, all these numbers. He's like, there's like a little liver thing that's a little bit weird. We want you to just redo it. We don't think it's anything, but we want you to redo it. So I have to go back in a month.
Can I go to an urgent care or something?
Worst case scenario. But maybe, hopefully I still have the bruise. I could be like, I can just take my arm out and be like, this is what happened last time I was
What
here.
do you do if you walk in there and it's the same person drawing the blood?
You just pass out, Oregon style.
Yeah.
I kind of want it to be, and I want my arm to look like it's like been mangled, because I want her to be like, ask me what happened. Like, well, funny story.
You should punch your arm again the night before, maybe 2 days before. Okay, moving on. Number 2, Oregon. I'm sure I'm fucking up that spelling. Sorry, dude. Please don't get cortisone shots in your legs for shin splints if you decide to run full half marathons again. It calms the pain down, but weakens your bone. Kevin Ware was getting cortisone shots for shin splints before disaster struck for him. Maybe a good thing your illness slowed you down.
Oh, wow. I do whatever the doctor tells me. That's all I got on that.
Doctors disagree. Doctors disagree, believe it or not.
Yeah. According to my fiance, that doctor was a hack. So maybe this guy's right.
Like
2 against 1.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3, calling about lab results. First off, usually the only time we have to call lab results, the only time we have to call about lab results is at the end of the day when we're done seeing patients. So if you don't pick up, it'll inevitably get pushed to the next business day, as is the last thing we do before leaving the office. I don't know. Could you change that? Could that be an industry change?
Well, it was the time thing, but you're also like, could you just choose your words a little more carefully? Maybe give us a lean, like without spilling the beans on exactly what's in the results,
By the way, the second time it happened to me, it was very early, but I was on a plane. So anyway, we also can't say, hey, Ryan, this is Dr. So-and-so calling about your lab results, and just leave a message with the results unless you give us permission to do so. Some offices will have you fill out forms or document this. This is the case because enough patients will accidentally mistype their phone number by a digit, and then you're sharing confidential patient info with somebody who isn't the patient.
Yeah.
A big violation. Most
But
people
that's
also
dumb.
don't have.
I understand that,
Your
but like
case?
that doesn't mean that you can just like be purposely really vague and ominous about what the results are. Like you can kind of give a lean, be like, "Hey, got your results. Everything mostly looks fine.
Nothing
Just wanna give you a
alarming.
call."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just that. Nothing
like that-
alarming. It sounds good, right?
Totally.
Also, I think know your audience. You know, like, will this freak this dude out?
Right.
If I say it this way. But then again, it's not even an age thing. So
Who doesn't get freaked out with medical advice? Yeah, like if anybody says something to you that's like
Somebody.
slightly concerning.
There's dudes out there that don't care, right? Like, whatever. We going out tonight? Most people also don't have personalized voicemail greetings, so you can't be confident you're leaving a message with the right person. This is why most doctors, when calling you, will have you verify your date of birth before sharing any info. I handle this by just being as vague as possible. See, maybe it's back to the vague thing.
I don't know, man. Don't love
Hey,
that.
just well, he gives an example. Hey, just calling about your labs you had drawn this week. Everything looks great. See, if you'd said
perfect.
everything looks great,
That's the golden ticket right there.
If there's something concerning, I'll just recommend they call back the next day with times that work to talk and build that call into my schedule. Last point, most assistants are not allowed to give interpretations of lab results because they don't know what they mean or their significance. So out of an abundance of caution, most offices won't let them offer interpretations as they're wrong often enough to create massive headaches. Yeah, I understand that.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, but again, sometimes their tone, you interpret their tone as being negative. This is all. I'm not saying this emailer isn't correct in all of these points, but that's not what's happening here.
This
like
doctor
calling at 4:30 on a Friday would say, "Hey, your lab results came back. Like, give us a call ASAP." That's insane. That's insane behavior. That's a protocol thing. Call Monday morning then if it's not a big deal.
Well, if he said, but if he put that little all looks good, just call back at your earliest convenience.
Yes.
That's fine, right? Okay. That's still kind of as soon as possible, but he threw in the don't worry, you can sleep tonight. Fine.
I think the 4 p.m. Friday call voicemail, hey, you need to call us, is a bad move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Personal experience. All right. We'll leave it at that.
Seems reasonable.
How are those shin splints for gone? Dudes are banged up right now. We're blowing veins.
Playing hurt.
You're good?
Yeah, pretty much
Never
gone.
question the toughness of this podcast.
I got to get my tumor re-imaged to make sure it's not growing. Other than that, we're good.
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah. I do know this story.
Yeah.
You know this?
Yeah.
What's wrong, dude?
I got like a little thing in there, you know.
I feel like that's.
Is it bad to ask where?
Speaking of purposely vague,
In where? Yeah. Is it bad to ask in where?
Is that how they said it to you?
They don't know if it's shin splints or that causing the problem.
Oh, it's in there.
Oh.
Okay.
It's
I
in
was
my
like,
leg.
Got it.
Yeah.
but it's not like it's malignant. Is that the phrase I'm looking for? The term?
The not bad one.
Yeah, it just, but they can't remove it. You told me this like a month or
Good
ago.
Hodgkins. Good Hodgkins.
They just got to
so
make sure
speak.
it's not growing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Orgon has the biggest smile on his face ever, and I can't stop laughing while he's also talking about a tumor. So I don't know what to do right now. But I think I hate to admit, I think I'm aligned with Kyle in that as soon as we heard it was a shin tumor, Kyle and I looked at each other like, oh, all right. So yeah, this is sorry, man.
I thought we
This
talked about
sucks.
this when we were having those cores, man. We each had one. Maybe you guys forgot.
That was a lot for me.
Yeah.
Man.
Jeez, now we feel bad.
Even worse if it was we already knew. Should we read an email? What do you think? God damn.
I'm so excited about the golf clubs. Maybe that.
There you go.
It could have been the golf club transfer, and we just kind of were like, "What did Oregon say?" I don't know.
It
These
was
are
all
tailor-mades.
timing for me.
No, it's like not.
I was just
It's
like,
not
is it time
serious
yet?
at all.
Yeah. All right. Good.
All right. Okay. All right. A little bit more feedback. How about we go with it? Love the pod. Former baseball athlete. Link below. Okay.
Link.
Body type. Currently a young big baby Davis with a pickup rebound game to rival Westbrook triple-double season. I work in tech media platforms, and please advise is 100% a fuck you. I don't know anyone who sent that without angrily typing their keyboard and sighing. Huh. God. So he offers up some substitutes.
Good.
Would love your thoughts.
That's good.
All right. Do you have any builds, edits, changes, etc.? Okay. But again, she probably can't say that every time. So I think one works. Need your 2 cents before we move forward.
No.
That's such a no.
No. I can't even tell you why it's a no, but it's just a no across the board.
So Rudy?
I don't like 2 cents. I don't like 2 cents. You know what I was thinking? This has been done in ringer circles, and it does work. If you put in the title, like reply needed, like in all caps or something, because again, you get a billion emails. Sometimes you read them, you don't necessarily reply. If I know that I need a reply, that to me is not a dick move.
Yeah, that's good. It's a little alarming going across the top banner when I see it, but it's
guess
good.
what I do? I reply.
Gets the job done.
Keep me posted on feedback.
It just feels like office lingo that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Circle back.
Rudy next week. Destroyed that one. Hope the new year is treating you well.
Hope the new year put a pin in it is fuck off, right? That's exactly what that is. That's like, hey, thanks for asking, but no,
probably not necessary. Yeah.
I would love your thoughts. You got to remember, it needs to play multiple times. The 2 cents thing, if you ended every email with, I need your 2 cents.
Yeah, you have a new nickname.
Right.
We
can't have
2
that.
cents.
We can't have that too, like our female submission here. So I like the first one.
Yeah.
I like this guy had a lot of ideas. He was just throwing a lot of stuff out there, and I think the first one works. Okay. We have another one here. Because trust me, I think we have another 15 minutes. We'll be all right. Josh Allen's or whiners. Try being tall. 6'7", 220. No gym stats, but have gotten into distance running. Ran first marathon last fall. Training for the next one early this summer. Basketball comp is poor man's Aaron Gordon. Jumper was broken. But I caught a few bodies in my day. Although Aaron Gordon's shooting numbers have been terrific this month. But I guess the emailer's probably like, I wonder if Russillo's going to throw me Aaron Gordon's February splits.
Ironically, he might be the best shooter on the Orlando Magic, but story for another day.
Yeah. Boy, can that team not shoot.
I don't even want to talk about it.
You guys suck at shooting.
Yep.
I think I looked at it. Let me double check this right now. Sorry, I have to do it.
Yeah, it's bad. Now I'm mad at myself, honestly.
Do you know,
know
what they're shooting as a team from 3 right now?
Ooh, man. High 20s.
Yeah, it's 30.4.
Johnny's numbers right there. You should get Rick
they played the
there,
Hawks the other night, and the Hawks, I think every single person on the roster was a better 3-point shooter than anyone the Magic had.
Like, I'm going to go back through it.
Because I don't know the last NBA comp.
No, I don't know the last time a team shot 30% from 3 on a season. Usually it's like 32 is last. And I mean, I'm scrolling through it right now as we're like talking. I'm already 10 years back, and I haven't found anybody with a number that bad. When they suck on offense, the Orlando Magic are unwatchable.
Yep. Number 2 on defense, though. So.
Yep. Very good. I was doing some of my all offense. I think it's number 2 on defense, number 28 on offense. I don't know that there's another team has that wide of a gap between those 2 categories.
But it's been like that. This is nothing. I mean, it's worse this year, but it's
good that KCP though was brought in to provide some spacing. So
$30 million a year. Let's go.
Okay.
Next week. We'll cover this next week in our East 15 and 15.
Yeah, right. We'll get to that. I'm using some of my East stuff already. I'm going to stop. Okay, so back to our tall guy who's like, what happened to my email? The recent writers complaining about being named Josh Allen can suck it. People at least have to find out their name before they can make the bad jokes. And once Josh Allen retires, although, dude, that's not going to be for a long time, and he's awesome, the comments will be fewer and fewer. I mean, you're telling the Josh Allens out there, just give it 12 to 15 years. Don't worry about it. Try being tall. Everyone has a comment or joke, and don't need my name to make it. You're tall. Oh, really? You should play basketball. I used to. Do you hit your head on the door frames? Not usually. The standard door frame is 6'8", so I just slide through. I love that we now know that the standard door frame height size is 6'8". That's if we do nothing today, we've done that. I'm only 6'7". I sympathize with others that are taller as it only gets worse. No need for advice except to advise Josh Allen to suck it up. He's not wrong about any of this stuff. People people lose their fucking minds at, I would say, like 6, 7 and higher. 6, 8 and higher is when people start to just, they think that you're solely there for their amusement. And you're right in a way. You don't even need the name to start it. Again, good friend Chenoweth, a monster, a beast. I've seen it happen all the time. People will come up to him like he's not even a real person and like grab the kids. Hey, come look at this mutant, Toby. You know,
but they do it in an impressive kind of way. You know what I mean? You could, if it comes like you're basically a mythical creature. You could make up any story about yourself. Not that not that that's what's important to lie about your past and anything like that. But it's coming from like an impressive thing. They're like, holy shit, dude. I mean, that's better than being like, wow, your name's Josh Allen. Weird. I don't know. I think it's cooler outside of like planes and
Would you want to be 7'1"?
Dorm room beds.
Kyle?
7'1" is way different than 6'7" though.
Okay, but what about 7'1"?
No.
Would you be?
No, there's
right
a
now?
limit for everything. But I'm just saying 6'7". A lot of guys are like, that's fucking cool. I think it's like it's coming from a place of wow and not a place of like weird. So I don't know.
Where's the line though? This is a whole different conversation, but like, would you rather be 7 feet tall or 5'8"?
7. I mean, don't even bother at. I mean, come on.
7 feet is so ridiculous.
7 feet's ridiculous.
Your life
man.
is so inconvenient. And if
And
you're
wait,
not
do
an
I
NBA
have my
player,
basketball skills? Because then people they're like, what a fucking waste. They like hate.
yeah, you're
If
you,
you're-
but you're 7 feet tall. So that's the thing. Yeah, but you're not in the NBA. It's
Ryan
You
would
might
ab-
still be in the
absolutely choose
NBA
7.
even with your basketball skills.
Yeah. What is it?
Certainly
What
you
was
got
it
a
like?
better degree,
20%
yeah.
of people 7 feet or taller in the world were at
don't
least
think
at one
that's
point
true.
played in the NBA.
Is that true?
I don't think that's true.
That could be a stat I made up.
I think it's
thought
closer to
saw
like
that somewhere.
3%.
Wait, 20% of earthly 7-footers have had a jersey at 7, been on a two-way at least. Come on, that seems even high. China's
First thing on Reddit 9 years ago, busting the myth that 70% of American 7-footers play in the NBA. Yeah, so that's probably not true. Sounded like a cool fact though.
How about this? Dream height. Let's go around the horn. Wargon, you're first.
6'4"?
I like it.
6'5". I'm
Sturdy.
6'2" or 6'3", debatable. I'd say
Oh, so you're
6'5".
close.
Just
You're close.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm
you're 2 inches
Wargon,
from
how
living the
tall are you?
dream.
I'm like 5'6".
okay. So you're wow.
But you're
Ouch. I don't like that. Wow.
you look
No, I thought you were
taller.
taller.
Thanks. Appreciate that, guys.
And I've seen you in person, so that's very strange. I didn't. Yeah, 5'6".
Is it the
seems low.
shin splints? No, I'm
You
just.
think they're adding some height?
I don't know if it's messing with the final number or something.
I'm 5'10". 6'4". Yeah, probably 6'4". A dream height, like what? I don't know. 6'2". I don't want to be too tall. Am I just my normal self? 6'2" is fine.
Skinny jeans are going to be tough. A lot
Yeah.
of that Euro shit that you try to pull off. 6'6", probably couldn't do it.
Yeah, the J. Crew scene probably wouldn't be as good for me at 6'4" as it would be at 5'8", but it's all right.
Chalmers big and tall.
Hmm.
I think I go 6'6". I think 6'6" means it's not
Freaky
freakish
tall, but you're
tall,
like,
but
whoa,
you're-
that guy's tall.
Yeah, and I think you do something. I think at some point, like in another life, I would have liked to play basketball professionally in like Switzerland or something. 6'6", I probably could trick some guy into giving me a contract. Now,
Well, don't people around Manhattan Beach think you play hockey? You're an ex-hockey guy?
yeah,
pretty cool.
I had lunch the other day, and she was asking me if I missed it.
You're what, Bristol?
It's like, I haven't seen you around a lot lately with the guys. And I was like, yeah, what's up? She's like, you miss it? And I was like,
How much do you love that?
it's a nice compliment.
Yeah.
It's a nice compliment. I mean, this one place, I've tried to tell him so many different times that I didn't play hockey, that I just gave up. All right. I love this last email. Building towards the end here. I guess we never really read any life advices yet.
Yeah, this would be the first.
So let's read just an
Selfish.
awesome one. Okay. This guy sent it in twice, which normally is a turnoff, but we love it. 35 years old, 6'3". Pretty close, guys. 220. NBA comp Tristan Thompson, a lifelong undersized center who will win every one-on-one rebound battle. Need me to do anything else? You're screwed. I played an adult softball team for the last 3 years in San Diego, but moved to Portland earlier this year, so my time with the team is done. Side note, we went to the championship 5 seasons in a row and lost all 5 times. Brutal. I got into the softball scene by meeting a guy named, well, he gives his name here.
Is it unique?
It is.
Oh.
And it's, see, let's just call him Lester.
Uncle Lester.
Yeah.
Oh?
Nice. You can't make an omelet without cracking a few Gregs. Tomlin.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. By meeting a guy named Lester, who eventually invited me to play on his organized team. Through the years, players would leave the team because Lester was rough around the edges. He and I became pretty close friends, and he actually opened up to me about his struggles with Asperger's and his inability to understand how to have interpersonal skills with most others. Everything was fine between him and I until December when he called me asking if I would be willing to put $50,000 into an E-Trade so that he could use the money to short stocks. Lester comes from a Wall Street background and told me for years about an algorithm that he invented to do quite well in shorting. Here we go. However, at this time, Lester was being sued for said algorithm and was legally prohibited from using his own money to invest, but was told by his lawyer that he could still use the algorithm to invest other people's money. Several of our softball teammates, whom I also was becoming good friends with, had been speculating for months prior to this that Lester was having money problems. I knew his proposal was insane, but I wanted to initially give him some benefit of the doubt, so I asked him for the details of his plan. His answer, if I agreed, he would be taking 50% of the profits, leaving me with the other 50%. A 50% management fee. That is high. I asked for his
do better elsewhere.
I asked for his trading history, and what he sent over was a spreadsheet of 4 successful shorts he executed, along with the profit percentage that he took home. That's it, attached. I opened the attachment. This is so
just like Excel.
ballsy. Dude, it's a spreadsheet titled Historical Data. and it just says, like, he doesn't have any trades in it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And then he just puts the profit off of the different symbols that he shorted. He even says he called the Silicon Valley Bank bankruptcy. 100% position, he said. Okay. And then he does a service agreement that I read through. And it's like, I don't know. I just, whatever. The guy just wrote it up on Word and was like, here's the agreement.
Seems official.
It was a service agreement that literally nobody should ever agree to attached. It felt like he was taking advantage of our friendship, needing more time to evaluate how I felt about his actions. I told him I wasn't in a position to do this, so would need to wait until the new year before I even have the funds to commit. I realized this was a mistake.
Because now it's February.
This is a little bit like I Love You, Man, right, Kyle? You like that movie?
I don't remember that movie. That was Paul Rudd and
Jason
Segel.
Segel.
Yeah.
I hated that movie when it came out, and then it grew on me, and now it's I think it's one of the best comedies of that era.
Huh.
Wow, I hate to one of the best.
I know. I changed my mind, you know?
That's like McConaughey type turnaround. Good for you, man. Okay. Long story short, I never agreed to do this, and Lester kicked me off the softball team.
Honestly, that's a win for you, dude. I don't know. It seems like a good.
When teammates asked me about it, when teammates asked about me, better said, he said I wasn't on the team because he couldn't get a hold of me, and then started telling people that I asked him for a $50,000 loan for my company. And when he said no, I stopped talking to him coming around. I'm still close to some of our teammates and have a prideful reputation that I would like to uphold to everyone else on the team that I spent years of great quality time with, even though I've moved to Portland and will likely never see most of them again. Should I call out Lester out in front of everyone via a group text or just move on with my new life in Portland? He's full of shit and has impacted my reputation, but will addressing this really do more good than harm? Thanks. You guys are the best. Fuck him. He tried to steal your money, or he thought he was going to make you money. And then when he lost the money, he was going to say, sorry, dude, you saw the agreement. Sure. I think a lot of people would listen to this and say, who cares? You move to another city. As he states, he's likely never going to see most of these people ever again. If he is lying about you, now you could say, hey, this guy's super unhinged. Don't even get into the whole thing. That's why some of these people get away with this stuff, because nobody ever says anything, because it's like, oh, I'm just going to move on. So my advice to you very specifically would be like, yeah, I would look forward to sending that text. Are you kidding? I wouldn't be able to sleep at night the night before to be able to go back to the softball group text and be like, hey, Lester, did you actually tell these people that I asked you for a $50,000 loan? Okay. Are you serious? Do you want to do this? Do you want me to share your spreadsheet, your manifesto?
Yeah, I think I'd pick one person, send it to the mouthpiece of the group, just like, hey, I'm not here anymore. I've just been hearing a bunch of stuff. I just want to set the record straight. And like, you don't want to put too much energy into this, like cold calling people and just be like, hey, you have time to talk about Lester?
No.
But maybe I would just tell the one guy who's like, who actually does get invited to go to drinks or whatever after you guys lose the championship again. And like, maybe that's the one who gets the information. Well, he said they're like perennial runners up for like 5 years in a row. Just wanted to show that I retained some of that information. So, I think I would just tell the one guy who you could trust would get this out to the people who need to know it.
See, the thing is, though, there's a good chance everyone on that team, or at least like 90% of the people on that team, know that Lester's full of shit and lied to you and is lying about this. And your reputation is probably fine. This is just more about you publicly shaming Lester in front of those people. I don't think there's any downside to it. I would totally get why you want to do it. I probably would do it myself, because there's just something about putting someone in their place in public, even if people already know the guy's full of shit. So I think your reputation's fine either way. Like, there's no way these guys are like, oh my God, I thought Lester was a shithead, but it actually turned out it was this guy. No, that's
You're
not
totally
what
right.
happened. That's not what happened. So this is just about whether or not you want to really be a dick. And it's not even being a dick. You want to just really, make sure you put this guy in his place. And I would fully endorse it if you wanted to do that.
Side note, Asperger's, unfortunate name for a disease or syndrome.
It's not great. Yeah.
The first time I heard it, I was like, are you kidding me? I think I Googled Asperger's.
Same. I was like, is that spelling? What's going on here?
Just ASP, if anyone's new to the word.
Well said. Okay. Thanks, everybody. That's an episode. Thanks to Oregon. Thanks to Rudy. Thanks to Kyle and John Frias, who is helping us put together the video side of the podcast, which is available every time you open up your Spotify app now. So you can watch the whole show, and you can watch it on YouTube as well. So please subscribe. Ryen Russillo Podcast, bring your Spotify.